Hi, this is Barb with First Class Yoga, doing a chair yoga class today. Everyone place your feet flat onto the floor, sitting up nice and tall. Hold that tummy in, draw those shoulder blades back, opening up the collarbone. And go ahead and just inhale and raise those arms up, opening through the side, and exhale it back down. All the breathing through the nose. Inhale, float up, and exhale, float back down. Last time. Inhale, float up, and exhale, float down. Go ahead and extend those arms out to the side. And we're going to side bend, lifting one arm over to the other side and bring it back center. Go the other way and over into a side bend. Release that back. Again, reach over. Don't lean forward. I want this as a side bend. And release. And lengthen to the other side. And release. We have one more full set. Reach over and back and reach over and back and release that down. Go ahead and put your fingers right on top of your shoulders and roll out those shoulders, rolling those elbows into a nice big circle. Breathe and go ahead and pause and roll them back the other way. And release that. Again, extend those arms out to the side. Coming into a twist, we're going to take one arm over to the other side and open it back up. And the other arm, reach across, twisting in the spine, and open it up. And twist, and release, and twist, and release, and twist, and release, and twist, and release. Place those hands right on top of your thighs. Coming into our cat-cow, drop your chin into your chest, tuck your belly in, round your back, pushing that back away, holding that tummy in, and now inhale and arch your back by lifting your chest, arching your back. And exhale, tuck and curl. And inhale, lengthen forward. And exhale, tuck and curl. And inhale, lengthen forward. Last time. Exhale, tuck and curl. And inhale, lengthen forward. Returning back to a neutral seat, we're going to come into a chair pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and now exhale, tilt yourself forward. Reach those fingers away, pressing your feet and your bottom down into the chair and the ground, and bring it back up nice and tall, and release that down. We're going to come into that pose again, doing the letter I, the letter Y, and the letter T. Inhale, sweep up, and exhale. The arms are up in a nice I position, straight up. And now release those hands down. Open up into a Y position, out to the corners, and release that down. And now take it to a T position, straight out to the side. Squeeze those shoulder blades, and release it down. Again, tilt yourself forward, and inhale, raise those arms into an I, and release it down. Open into the Y, and release it down. Out into a T shape, squeeze the shoulders, and release down. Last set. Forward for the I, and release that down. Out to the Y, and release that down. And out to a T, and release that down. Sitting back up nice and tall, let's just march that up. Bringing out the arms, stomping the feet down to the floor, breathing nice, long, deep breaths. And go ahead and release that. And let's go ahead and lift that right knee up and circle it around, opening up that hip joint, getting a little fluid in that hip joint, nice and slow, and pause and circle it back the other way. Trying to get that whole hip to move, not just the ankle and the foot. And go ahead and place that down. On to the other side, lift that other knee up. And give it some support so that you don't have that weight go into the lower back. Breathe. And then pause and circle it back the other way. And place that down. And then go ahead and hug that knee. So if you need to hold behind the thigh, that's fine. If you can hold in front, that's fine. We're just going to point those toes and flex the foot. And point and flex. And point and flex. And relax and roll that ankle out. And pause and roll it back the other way. And go ahead and place that down. Go ahead and bring that other knee up again, either hold behind or in front, and point and flex. And point and flex. And point and flex. And relax and roll that ankle out. And pause and roll it back the other way. And place that back down. We're going to come into a toy soldier, so go ahead and raise that left arm up. And reach out for those right toes. Cross the body, bend the knee, don't touch the floor. And again, reach out, flex the foot, draw those toes towards you, and bring it back. We've got two more. Reach out and lengthen, and release, and cross the body to that opposite toe, and release. Go ahead and place everything back down. Raise that right arm up. Lift that left knee and lengthen, flex the foot and release. Don't touch the floor. Hold that tummy in and lengthen and release. Two more. Lengthen and release and lengthen and release. And release that all back down. And let's go ahead and bring those arms up. Still working on those hips. We're going to open out to the right, open out to the left, close into the center, close into the center. And it's open, open, close, close. Open, open, close, close. We're going to go the opposite way. It's open, open, close, close. Open, open, close, close. One more time. Open, open, close, and close. And release that. And let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead today and sit side saddle. So go ahead and turn your knees. Let's have you turn your knees toward the wall. I'm going to be in the opposite way. And put your arm on the back of the chair, placing your arm on the back of the chair. Extend the other arm straight forward. And now we're going to add a twist by reaching back to the back chair and twisting our spine and opening it back up. Again, twist and open. And twist and open. Last one. Twist, hold it here, sit up nice and tall, breathe nice long deep breaths. Remember, twists help our circulation, and release that back. Just release your hand down, and now scoot yourself so that that front knee can reach down toward the floor. So you're probably sitting in the middle of your chair now, holding on to the back so you don't fall. And we're just going to go ahead and slide that foot back a little bit, stretching out this hip flexor, and let it release. It's not a very large movement. Slide your foot back and let it release. And slide your foot back and let it release. Last time, slide your foot back and let it release. We're going to stay right here and inhale and raise our arms up. This is our warrior one position. Those shoulder blades are drawing together. Breathing nice, long, deep breaths. And go ahead and release that down. Go ahead and bring that leg forward. And we're going to switch all the way to the other side. Sitting side saddle again. Both feet flat on the floor. The arm is on the back of the chair. The front arm extends forward. And then 4 times. We're going to sweep it around to the back of the chair, look behind ourselves, and open it back up. And sweep around, look behind, and open it back up. And exhale, and release that. And exhale, hold it here, sitting up tall, relaxing those shoulders. Breathe. And release that back. Again, you're sitting in the middle of the chair. You're going to bend that front knee. Foot's going to be down toward the ground. You're still holding on to the back of the chair. And just slide that foot back, stretching out this left hip flexor, and let it release. Small movement. Just slide it back and release. And slide it back and release. This is our last one. Slide it back and release. Stay right here, and now see if you can raise both arms straight up into our nice warrior position, dropping those shoulders from your ears, lifting that chest up. Breathe nice, long, deep breaths, and release that back down. Go ahead and bring those knees all the way back around to the front. Working isometrically, bring our hands nice and flat to the outside of the thighs. And now we're going to try and open those legs out. If my hands weren't here, my knees would widely open. But my hands are there. So I'm going to resist against my hands. I'm going to feel those abdominals working. Still breathing nice, long, deep breaths. Sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are pulled back. Those legs are trying to open. And release that out. One more time. Place those hands on the outside. Try to open those knees apart. Breathe. And release that. With those flat hands, take them to the inner thighs. Now, again, we're trying to pull those knees together. So the hands are going to resist as those knees try to come together. Think about those upper thighs trying to pull center and release that. One last time. Try to bring those knees together. That tummy engages. Feel the abs working. Don't hold your breath here. Keep breathing through it. And go ahead and release that. Working with our feet. We're going to raise those arms. And as those arms go up, the heels come up off the ground. And exhale, everything's flat. And when the fingers go down, the toes come up. And everything's flat. And raise the heels, and flat, and raise the toes, and flat, and raise the heels, and flat, and raise the toes, and flat. Keep those arms straight down out behind you, palms face back, and now squeeze those shoulder blades together, nice proud chest, and release. And draw the shoulders together, and release. And draw the shoulders together and release. Last one. Draw those shoulders together. Keep breathing. And go ahead and release that. And I'm going to have us stand today. So those who can, we want you to stand. And we want you to stand behind your chair. So I'm going to move the chair so that your hands are going to be on the chair, and we're going to walk back so that our back is nice and flat. Hold the tummies in, and now draw your hips back. So you're holding on to the chair, but your hips keep drawing back, having your back a little bit flatter. You can even soften your knees so that your legs don't lock. Breathe, nice, long, deep breaths. Feel the backs of the legs stretching, the spine stretching, creating a little bit of space. And then go ahead and release that. And we're going to step a little bit forward. And now just that right foot's going to go straight back. And now we're going to dip that knee down and lift it back up. And dip it down and bring it back up. So check that front knee. We don't want it coming too far forward. If you need to step that back foot back a little bit more, this is our last one. And release that. Step that back forward, and the other foot goes back. Make sure you're far enough back so that as you drop that knee, the front knee is still staying right over that ankle. And drop that knee, stretch, and release. And lower that knee, and release. We have one last one. Lower that knee, and release. And step that forward. Still holding on to the chair, just as we did while we were seated. We're going to inhale and come up onto the balls of the feet. And exhale flat. Just stay right there. And inhale onto the balls of the feet. And exhale, release. And inhale, lift it nice and tall. And exhale, last one. Inhale, hold it here. Keep breathing. You can see if you can release that chair and hold that balance. And then grab the chair and lower yourself back down. And with that chair, we're going to stand on the left side of our chair. Standing on the left side, we're going to be working this left leg, the outside leg. And we're just going to take that leg forward like a pendulum swing and swing it back. And swing forward and swing it back. So again, if this is fine and you feel like you have balance, you can take the hand off and just do the pendulum swing. If you feel like you need to hold the chair, that certainly is able to do that. And release that back down. Again, that tummy's nice and tight, and you want to be looking at the floor in front of you. You don't really want to be watching someone else move when you're working on your own balance. So looking at the floor in front of you, take your outside leg and just raise that knee up. And step it back down. Again, if you want to try without holding the chair, raise that knee up. If you need the chair, just grab onto it and lower it down. One more. Lift that knee up and step it back down. We're going to add on here. We're going to inhale and lift that knee up, and now we're going to open it out to a nice 90-degree angle, bring it back center, and step it down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale up, open it to the side, bring it back center, and step it down. One more. Inhale up, open to the side, bring it back center, and place it down. Now go ahead and open that knee all the way out to the side, but this time our toes are going to stay on the floor, and that heel is going to come right above the ankle. Again, holding your tummy in and finding your focus on the floor, we're going to let go of the chair and bring our hands to a prayer position. This is our little tree. Breathe. And we're going to inhale and sweep our arms all the way up into a nice big tree. Breathe. And release that all down. We're going to go ahead and try that tree a little bit higher. You can either open that knee and keep your toes on the ground, but if you want a little bit more, bring that foot up to your calf. Don't have your heel against your knee. That might cause injury to that knee. So again, you can hold on to the chair, and if you can only just raise one arm, that's fine, working with your tree. If you can find your focus and raise that second arm, working with your balance, and then place that hand onto your chair and step it down. And I'm going to go on to the other side of the chair. Once again, we're going to be working this outside leg, starting with that pendulum swing. And lengthen it forward and back, squeezing through the buttocks, squeezing through the glutes. Let that foot just forward and back, and this is our last one. And bring that back center. And now, again, focus on the floor and just raise that outside knee up and step it back down. And inhale that outside knee up and step it back down. And inhale and exhale. This is our last one. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to go ahead and add on. So raise that knee up, open it out to that side, bring it back center, and step it down. We're opening up that hip. Lift it up, open it to the side, bring it back center, and step it down. Last one. Inhale up, open it to the side, bring it back center, and step it down. And now for our little sapling tree, open that knee out, toes stay on the floor, heels over the ankle, breathe, and then if you can, go ahead and bring those hands to a prayer position, finding your balance. Breathe nice long deep breaths, and now inhale, sweep those arms up into a nice tall tree, breathing. Again, if you can only do one arm, you're welcome to hold on to the chair and then release that down. For those who want to try just a little bit more, we're going to open that knee again, but this time we're going to slide that foot up into the calf. Again, that heel is not on the knee. And again, if you want to just hold on to the chair and just raise one arm up, that's fine. If in fact you can find your balance and bring both arms up, you can work with the balance, holding it there. Again, the chair is right here anytime you need it. And go ahead and release that down. And let's go ahead and come back down to a seated position. And we're going to go ahead and extend those arms out. Palms are up. And we're going to rotate the palms down, working on the shoulders. Hands are up and rotate down. And hands are up and rotate down. Go ahead and bring those hands up into our cactus arms. And now bring those forearms together, bring those elbows together, really stretching out through those shoulders, and open it back up. And close the forearms, and open it back up. On this next one, we're going to hold in the front, bring those elbows together. Now try to lift those elbows just a little bit, sitting up tall, and exhale, release that back down. And let's go ahead and bring those hands out in front. And stretch those fingers long and make fists. And stretch them long and make fists. And stretch, hold them right there. And now just the top knuckles. Bear claw that closed and open. Bear claw closed and open. Bear claw closed and open. Since we have our hands up, this also works for our lion position. We're going to go ahead and tighten everything up, our face, and we're going to squeeze everything nice and tight, and then we're going to roar like a lion as we open our eyes. Ah! And bring it back. And tighten everything up, and roar like a lion. Ah! And last time, close everything up tight, and roar like a lion. Ah! Sticking that tongue out and opening the eyes nice and wide. And let's go ahead working with those elbows. Palms up and tap onto your shoulder and extend it out. Those arms stay right at shoulder height and tap onto your shoulder and extend it out. Last time, tap onto the shoulder and extend it out. Go ahead and bring those arms straight out in front of you. Again, tap onto your shoulders and release that forward. And tap onto your shoulder and release that forward. Tap onto your shoulder and release that forward. And release that down. Sitting in your chair, we're going to go ahead and slide that right foot forward and put the heel on the floor. So your foot is flexed, your tummy's held in. We're going to inhale and sweep the arms up. Exhale, tilt, nice straight spine, and now release your hands right above your knee. Again, that tummy is tucked in, and on your exhale, see if you can walk your fingers below your knee. So for some of you, this is where you may stay. For others of you, as you exhale, see if you can inch your way down that front leg a little bit more, starting to feel the stretch in the back of the leg, the hamstring, the calf, and opening up the back of the knee. Using that exhale breath to walk your way down that leg a little bit more. Breathe. And then go ahead and walk yourself all the way back up. And go ahead and slide that other foot out. That heel's on the floor. The foot is flexed. And inhale, sweep up. Tilt yourself forward and release your hands above your knee. Inhale, and on the exhale, walk your fingers below your knee. So you decide where you want to stay. Pull that tummy in to find some space. And on your next exhale, see if you can inch your way down that front leg a little bit more. Keep breathing, nice, long, deep breaths. Feel that stretch in the back of the leg. And go ahead and walk your way all the way back up. And let's go ahead and open those knees out to a nice wide V. And just drop that right shoulder over across the body and let that right arm dangle right down into the center. We're going to keep our fingers pointing straight down to the floor today and just circle that shoulder around. Breathe. And then pause and circle it back the other way. Feeling a nice big stretch through the back. And then press your feet down and sit back up. And drop that other shoulder across the body, letting that arm in the front right between your legs. Allow yourself to let that chest relax toward your leg. And then go ahead and circle that arm, pointing the fingers down to the floor. And then pause and circle that back around the other way. And go ahead and place that onto your thigh and sit back up. And let's go ahead and bring those legs back around center, sitting way back into the chairs. We're going to rest our hands on top of the thighs, palms face down to feel nice and grounded, or turn the backs of the hands onto the thighs, palms up to feel energy from the universe. Sitting up nice and tall, close the eyes. Lower that chin just a little bit so the back of the neck stays nice and long. Today I want you to imagine a big bubble surrounding you. And in that big bubble all around you is your favorite color. You can feel that color all on the outside of your body. And now through the nostril, we're going to inhale and bring a little bit of that color into our body. And on the exhale, we're going to release that smoky dark color out of the body. Inhale and bring that color in through the nose, all the way down the throat, into the shoulders. And on the exhale, releasing the toxins out of the body. Inhale and bring a little more color into the body, down the shoulders, all the way down the arms, elbows, wrists, hands, and fingers. And on the exhale, we're going to let all the toxins release from the body. Inhale and bring a little more color into the body and right down the spine and around through the belly and the chest. And exhale, release that dark smoky color. Inhale and bring that favorite color into your body, all the way down the torso to the hips, down the legs and around the knees. And exhale, release all that brown, black color. Inhale and bring in more of your favorite color down the body, down the hips, down the legs, all the way to the ankles, the feet, and the toes. And exhale, release that out. Saving a little bit of color, continue to breathe, breathing in your favorite color in the lower part of the body, making sure that all the body is filled with that beautiful color. And now inhale and bring that color up into your head and around your brain. And exhale, release any negative thoughts. And inhale your favorite color, bring it all the way around your face, relaxing through the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the ears. Again, finish inhaling and exhaling until all the color that was in the outside bubble is now inside your body. Especially bringing that beautiful color to any part of the body that has any pain, telling that part of the body to relax, letting go of the pain, filling it with your beautiful color. And now start to bring the awareness back to me, my voice. Go ahead and very slowly open the eyes and bring those hands together in prayer position. And yesterday was September 11th. Let's just take a moment to remember all those who sacrificed on 9/11, chanting Shanti, 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 He, meaning peace, peace, peace. Please join me. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.